Alright guys, today I'm going to show you how to create a texture pack for Dead by Daylight. For any of you who do not know what I mean by texture pack, I mean something like this, where you see icons in different colors, or not just like perks, but as well, for example, stuff like this you see in different color. Now I am going to show you today how many people do it. Now, there's two ways of doing this. It depends if you own the game or not. If you just want to make a Dead by Daylight texture pack, or if you actually own the game. Like, if you do not own the game, you probably have to ask someone who does to help you a little bit. First thing you want to do is go into where you find your Dead by Daylight. You can do it other ways. It's just mainly finding your folder. Click Properties, Local Files, and then Browse Local Files. Now you have some of these stuff. Now you do not need to worry about most of these stuff. Just click on Dead by Daylight, Content, UI, Icons, and here you have all these stuff. Now this is all the stuff in the game what some people create texture packs. You don't have to edit all of these. Some do, some just takes, for example, nib. So the way then you next do is you just do Control A or highlight them all, Control C to copy them. And then out here I'm gonna create a new folder, texture pack. Now in here I'm just gonna do Control V to paste them. Now sometimes mine's gonna take not that long, others might take longer, but that's essential it. Then you have all these you could edit. Now I do not know if this is bannable or not, so do not quote me about that, because I cannot say for sure. I've heard some people say it's not bannable, while I've heard others say it is bannable. I will leave a tutorial in the description, and like the other how-to video I made on how to increase your frames, as well gonna translate the title and the description to Danish and Spanish, and other languages as well. Sorry, so it's about to be done now. Now you have all these. So if you just click on them, they'll open this. These are the actions, banners. Now you do not need to edit all of these. What I recommend doing, for example, is deleting all of the ones that looks not drawn, kind of like Photoshop, like this. And then you just delete. And for example here as well, this is how people go into edit these to make something like this. They go into some of these stuff, like character portraits, might edit him to look like one of these sort of way. And then as well you have all these other stuff. You even have these where the store backgrounds and store tabs. Now you can edit them however you want. But you also, just to let some of you know, you may find things in there that aren't in the game and do not always believe they're gonna be pieces. For example, this one, it's been in the folder for a long time. As far as I've heard, it was meant to be a DLC about a teacher coming, like an actual teacher killer. But they stopped that for some reason. Why, I do not know. But you will find other references to them, like in perks. You'll find something like this, where some of you might remember if you look at schools in the past where they have like that special hat. Even other stuff in here which you do not recognize in the game. Now I don't know why they're in here, but they might stay in there, they might add it in later, I do not know, but they're just in there. And that's basically essential it. Once you're done, you just copy this. You just go in here and then do, for example, copy, and then go back into your Dead by Daylight folder and then click paste. And then it will normally ask you, I'm not going to do it, but it'll ask you, do you want to replace these stuff, and you click yes. And then you can edit all these stuff. Some of, like, as well, you can even change these. Just know, you can even change them completely. Like, let's say you do not want a hook, you just want, for example, this thing to be a hook. Then you just need to make sure it has this name and make sure it's this type of file, .png. I do not know if you work JPEG or not. So you can essentially, if you want, change everything in here. Like if you want to change how these look for yourself, then you can change the color. But please note, it's only you who will see this when you load it into your game. Your friends, that will not see it. So if you, for example, feel like, oh, this skin will make me look, I feel like I have more power, you can essentially go in and change your skins, but not so everyone else can see them. Like in customization, let's take a, for example, let's say you want this skin here, but you said you only have this one. The way you do it is just change the name of this one to that, and only you will actually see this skin on your screen. Others will still see this skin. So it's still helpful if you want to change how your character look like. Let's say you want your trapper to look like this or something, then you could just replace it and all that. And then you can as well find other skins in here. Just make sure you keep consistency. Like let's say there's the full bloody outfit for, let's say here Jane or Kate or whoever. You change and kind of comes like this, the entire outfit of red. Then you also have to find where they have individual parts and change it to red, I think, to make sure, so you can have part of it gold, part of it the other color. So you could essentially have a trapper mask of gold and others non-gold and stuff like that. And that's basically it. Like there isn't much to changing the skins. You can even go in here and change some of them. There isn't much else. I wouldn't recommend touching any of these others. You can actually go in and find some of the movies they've had, like the video thumbnail, some of the Halloween event, even the archives is even here, 4 of them. One of them actually, this one I believe is actually about Claudette, one of the, but that's basically it. There isn't much else to it. And then you can just edit them. And please note, it does not, before any of you ask, it does not matter what editing software you use. If you do not have anything like Photoshop, or then you can edit with just normal paint. You can literally just use normal paint with it. You guys will use 3D. I have another app called Paint 3D before I got Photoshop as well, just normal paint. Like it does not matter what you use, you just gotta make sure you do not change the name and continue to keep it .png. Like this one up here, I have had some, I've been creating some, as you could see here. They're not done, some of them right now look not the best, but as you could see, you can create them however you want. And that's basically it. Hope you'll be able to follow this tutorial. I will have in the description a word-to-word base in case you either can't understand me the best or you want it to translate it so you could follow in your own language. But that's basically it. Hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all probably next time. Bye.